Well, I mean, the world has done quite a lot in terms of food production. So we know that food production is rising globally. But that's not enough to ensure that people actually have quality nutritious food. And so it's not just the amount of calories you have, it's actually the amount of nutritious food that you have. So it's very important to have the right kind of diets, to have the right kind of vitamins, to have vitamin A, to have zinc, and all the things that are very important, iron and all of that. So nutrition is the key. We must have not just food security, but we must also have nutritional security. So it's very important you take a look at the world today. Just the amount of people that go without nutritious food in the world. In Africa, where I come from, you have 200 million people a year that can't have the right kind of foods in the year to eat, nutritious food. And that's not good. So nutrition is very important. You have to have cognitive skills. You have to have the kids develop. You have to reduce stunting and all of that. So it's a great thing. And I'm very happy FAO is taking the lead on this. And I'm not surprised because the FAO DG is known for his global work and dealing with this in Brazil before he became the Director General of FAO. I think one of the things that I admire about the Director General is the fact that it's an administrator with his mind and hands and heart on the ground. Which is he's actually very concerned about real people. And I think what he did in Brazil with the Bolsa Familiar is actually quite exciting to see a situation where you are able to get kids in school being fed, farmers actually selling quite a lot of things to schools, school feeding program, performance going up. So I think he has brought all of that mindset to FAO. And I think that's why you find it's a refreshing time to actually see a lot of the things that he's doing here, and I'm quite excited about it. Well, Nigeria has always been, a great supporter of FAO. And of course, we are working on 3 different areas. FAO has helped us when we actually had a flood. We had a terrible flood in 2012. It was the worst in our nation's history. But FAO was there. They provided quite a lot of support for us to help us go through that particular time. And I'm very grateful for that particular support that was provided. But beyond that, FAO has also helped us in developing a very exciting program, which we call Youth Employment in Agriculture Program. This program is Nigeria's program to develop the new cadre of young commercial farmers and agribusiness entrepreneurs for Nigeria. And there are going to be 750,000 of them. These are the ones I think that are going to be able to raise food productivity, competitiveness for Nigeria's agriculture. So FAO helped us to develop that particular facility. In fact, in the next 1 month, we'll be rolling that program out. And the other area which I think is very important for FAO is that we are working now, exploring a partnership arrangement wherein Nigeria will become a regional hub for a lot of what they do in the region. So obviously, the partnership is going very well. I'm excited about it, and I think I have a great relationship with the DG, and I think things are going in the right direction. Well, first and foremost, for me, agriculture is the key for Africa's future. There's going to be 9 billion people in the world by 2050. They're not going to drink oil, they're not going to smoke gas, they're going to eat food. And Africa has 65% of all the land to feed those people. And therefore, Africa must therefore get agriculture right. And once Africa gets agriculture right, then global food supply is assured by 2050. But that requires making a fundamental shift that agriculture is not a way of life, it's not a development program, it's a business. Everything about it is a business. When I became minister, that is what I decided. My president supported us to take agriculture as a business. Today in Nigeria, in just 3 years, just see what has happened. We've been able to reach 14 million farmers with improved seed and fertilizers within 3 years, all of them via mobile phones. We're the first in the world to develop that. Other African countries are copying that today, and the World Bank has just decided to scale it up to other African countries. In fact, as far as India, Brazil, and China, they are knocking on our doors for that. I think so we are very innovative with regard to that. The other thing you see what has happened in our food supply. We've been able to raise food production in the country by 21 million metric tons in 3 years. Just tells you the level of change that we have. But because we are running it as a business, we've also been able to leverage $5.6 billion of private sector investments into the sector. It's becoming a very vibrant sector for us in Nigeria today. There's no doubt in my mind that the future of Nigeria, indeed the future of Africa, for inclusive growth depends on agriculture. Agriculture as a business. Agriculture pays. It pays, but we've got to do it right. Today in Nigeria, we've decided that we're going to take hoes and cutlasses and put them back into the museums where they belong. We are running a modern agricultural system, mechanized system. That's what agriculture is, not with hoes and cutlasses. So for us in Nigeria, I'm very excited. I mean, I breathe and live agriculture. I really believe it's all about the economy. And I think that's where the future of Africa is. It's getting agriculture right. We'll get Africa right.